Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of Dialing Up the Details, where we take 911 calls from the first dial of 911 till the first responders get there. What I'm hoping to do is really educate the public on what to do when you have an emergency and how to make it easier on yourselves and on the dispatchers and the first responders. So this first episode, I'm just going to be kind of chatting about my experiences, what I've been doing in the first responder field and in the emergency services field, and how I feel like I can help some people with some of these questions and what they're dealing with. These first few episodes are going to be about the 911 calls and the first responders. After that, we're going to really be deep diving in with some guests from all around the country, even some from around the world, and just kind of highlighting how different agencies do things, as well as just getting into more informal talks, really letting you get to know some of these dispatchers and first responders from all over the place, kind of look behind the curtain, see how they're feeling, what they deal with, the emotions, the stress that they deal with, so maybe we can all understand each other a little bit better. In the future, I really want to deep dive into different cases from around the country, different scenarios. There's some 911 calls that I've seen that people really use for dispatcher training, and it's calls that everybody's heard on TikTok, on Instagram, and all of that. They've really become popular nowadays, and I feel like it'd be real fun to deep dive into those calls and see maybe where dispatcher messed up, where they did good, what they might have been thinking. Believe it or not, a lot of my coworkers and myself, we like the crime shows because we can do those deep dives. And as we're hearing 911 calls and seeing how the first responders react, we can think about, well, how would we have done it differently? How did they do it? Or they did it a really cool way. So I really hope we can get into that and be a little more informal after the first few episodes. But I really hope you guys enjoy this as we get further into it. And I hope I at least can help one or two people when they call 911 to try and stay calm, collect it, and get that information that we need to get units out there and make sure they handle the situation correctly. So my name is Colton. I've been working in emergency services related fields for almost 15 years now. I first started out when I was in high school. My friend and I at the time, we were complete band nerds. We were both planning on going to college to be band directors. We were visiting another school for their football game. The band director invited us out to play with them, and we saw a car off in a field that had wrecked out. And so we stopped the help and everything, and the patient there had actually had quite a few injuries that needed to be taken care of. And for that, the school recognized us and everything, and we were super proud of it. We were ecstatic. We couldn't believe what had happened. And it really changed both of our lives completely. From that point, I joined the local volunteer fire department in that area and began doing the basic classes and knowledge that I needed to be on the fire department, so that when I got of age to be covered under the volunteer fireman insurance, that I could start going to calls and helping out a lot more in the field versus, doing paperwork and schooling. So I did that from about my junior year in high school. In my senior year of high school, I went through the fire academy and graduated the fall after I graduated high school. I had also started that fall in EMT school. So I completed fire academy. I went through EMT school. I went all the way through paramedic school. Did pass my skills test and everything for National Registry, but I did not pass my written. At that point, I was just getting frustrated. I had tried my written a couple times, and there was one section I just could not nail down. And that's when the job opportunity for dispatcher at my local municipality opened up. And it's ran out of the police department in my local area. That's the PSAP, or the primary answering point our area, and it paid better, and I figured I would really like it. At the time, pay was a big motivating factor. At the time, EMTs and paramedics were not getting paid very well at the time. They still don't get paid near enough. That's just, my opinion of some of the first responder fields. I feel like dispatchers and like paramedics and people in the ambulance sometimes get the short end of the stick, which every area is different. I mean, some areas pay their police officers really low, but pay their firefighters really well, or sometimes the other way around. And it really gets into just how every agency is different. But I was on the ambulance for about 5 years before I switched over to dispatch at my local police department. I've been doing that now for about 10 years. Did a short stint in code enforcement, doing some pool and restaurant inspections and some basic code enforcement duties. That's a job that just didn't really mesh well with me. It wasn't something I really felt fulfilled in doing, like I do with the emergency services or 911 services. So I went from that and went back to 911 dispatch, where I've been ever since. I really love the job. It is very rewarding. There's a sense of pride in it, kind of helping people out. You're not right there in the middle of everything like I was on the ambulance, which kind of makes it hard. I've noticed some people that go from field stuff to dispatch, it's hard because you're now just on a phone. You know what to do, but you can't do it. In the middle of me going from EMS to dispatch, I was also in the Texas State Guard for 4 years, where I performed duties as a medic and kind of doing deployments to the border and different natural disasters and things of that nature. Like I said, just super rewarding job. I love it. I just really hope I can help as many people as I can with this podcast, and just kind of give you guys a deep dive and a look behind the curtain as to what we do and how we deal with things. So in the future, like I said, I definitely, once I get past some of these basic episodes, I really want to deep dive into specific cases and things that you guys want to see. So definitely on the YouTube section, you'll be able to drop comments. Let me know your what if scenarios, the questions you want to know, or that you want answers to about 911 or first responders in general, whether that's the 911 call or the dispatchers, whether that's the police officers, the firefighters, anything that you have questions about. We'll definitely dive in there and try and answer your questions the best that we can. Like I said, in the future, after the first few episodes, I will start having guests, just kind of people with different experiences from different areas, and kind of how their jurisdiction handles things, and how we can all try and get better in different ways. So just drop your comments, tell me your what ifs, tell me your things that you want to know, or stories that you want to see, or calls that you want us to look over. If you find anything when you're just going through your shorts, through your TikTok, through YouTube, wherever, give us cases you want us to look at, and we'll definitely try and look at them. So on this episode, we're not diving into a call just yet. Just kind of letting you know my experiences and kind of where I've been and how I feel like I can really provide some entertaining content for you guys and help you out if you ever have to dial 911, to where you feel comfortable talking to the dispatcher and talking to the people that show up there. Future episodes, the next one, we're going to be starting in the dispatch center. So right when you dial 911, what happens? If we can see your location, why we ask so many questions, and just kind of the questions we ask and why we ask them, and how you can help us already have answers to some of those questions that we always ask whenever we get a 911 call. And once again, why we ask them. It's amazing. Sometimes people really, they get very upset when we're asking questions. They feel like we haven't already sent help. A lot of times there's just stuff going on in the background. Help's on the way. There's just questions we have to ask. It's also amazing the amount of people that sometimes don't know their address, and we kind of have to coach them as to how to find the address in their home, picking up mail, finding something that says where you're at. We've also gotten a lot more travelers lately. It's kind of odd for our area. But that's another big thing, is travelers coming in and kind of not knowing where they're at. Which, I mean, let's be honest, if you stop in a town, stop at a hotel, you're not really going to know the address. That's not something you normally pay attention to, at least as a normal person. 911 dispatchers, you can always tell when a dispatcher's calling 911, because they'll have all the answers laid out. They'll go step by step and kind of tell you everything you're wanting to know and have everything there ready for you. Generally, people staying in like Airbnbs and stuff, it's easy to kind of coach them how to get the address, because usually you get some type of email confirmation, things like that, to help you along. Like I said, I really hope this is entertaining to you guys. I hope my guests kind of shine a light in different agencies as to what goes on in different areas and why everybody's different, and why some places may even be more frustrating than others. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys my experiences, where I've been at in my career, and how we're going to continue with this podcast. I'm really hoping to put out about 2 episodes a week, time allowing. Dispatchers, just nature of the job, it tends to be, I won't say the forbidden words of dispatch, if there's any dispatchers listening. It's not calm sometimes. Sometimes we're working long hours, picking up extra shifts, overtime. Things happen, right? So I'm going to try and get out 2 episodes a week. We'll go from there. That'll be it for episode 1, guys. I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. I really just want to build a bridge between first responders and the public. I think this, just personal opinion, this world can do it with a whole lot more getting along nowadays. It's rough, and it's rough on everybody. It's stressful on everybody. Things have just been super stressful in the world. I mean, no matter which way you cut it, I mean, economy's rough on everybody, whether you're retired, whether you're still working, whether you're just now getting into the workforce. It flat out sucks sometimes. So I just want to get us all together, talk about some entertaining stuff, let you guys know what's going down. Next week, or next episode, we're going to be diving into what happens right when you dial 911, how we can get your location, things like that. I really hope you tune in with us, and I really hope that you enjoy this content that we're going to be putting out. And once again, just give me your feedback. Let me know what's going on and what you want to hear about. But that'll be it for our first episode. Thanks for listening. I know it was a little bit shorter, but I just wanted to get that first introduction out there and see how you guys feel about it, and just kind of give you a rundown of what I'm trying to do and how we're going to set things going forward. So again, thanks for tuning in to the first episode. Next week we are, I already said that. This editing is going to be horrible. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode.